So come into that space, let the shoulders relax here. Let me just start my timer. Oh, perfect. We are right on time. So when I call the 10-minute mark, it will be 1 o'clock. Okay, that halfway mark is pretty much going to be 1 o'clock. And then we're going to do an extra 11 minutes together if you can stay past 1. Okay, so come on down, take the flesh out from under your butt. Get yourself ready here. Relax the shoulders down. You can bring your hands out on your knees. You can bring them into center. But wherever you are, you just want to bring a little bit of comfort, because eventually the comfort will leave our body. We'll feel more in discomfort than comfort. So it's good to try and start that way. And then wherever you are here, just allow a slight smile to come onto your lips. Relax the muscles in your face. Let your eyes get heavy in the eye socket. Let your tongue get heavy. Let it disconnect from the roof of the mouth. Let your jaw release. Imagine all of the muscles from the top of your head down is just like trickling down like a waterfall, releasing all and any of the stress that you're holding on to. Any energy, anything that no longer serves you. We're letting that just trickle down from the head down. And then we bring our attention beneath the nostrils and above the upper lip. And we just start observing whatever sensation arises there for us. It could be pleasant. It could be unpleasant. No matter what it is, though, we're teaching ourselves to remain equanimous. We're simply observing because we recognize the law of impermanence, and we know that this too shall pass. So continue observing whatever sensations arise for you beneath the nostrils and above the upper lip. Remain an observant, remain equanimous. And every time you catch yourself, your thoughts are going to try and bring you to the future, to the past. The moment you catch yourself, you come back. You come back to that space beneath the nostrils and above the upper lip, with all the patience in the world, with a slight smile on your lips. No matter the distraction around you, just come back, just observe that space again. And remember, it's normal. Our minds, our brains have been programmed to pay attention to every little noise, every subtleness around us, because it wants to protect us. We just don't live in that era anymore. We're safe. Know that you're safe right now. If you're here with me and you're meditating, I know that you're safe. And so just continue to observe the space beneath the nostrils and above the upper lip. And every time your mind draws you away to different distractions, just come back. Just smile and come back. Master your mind. It's that wonderful dance of breath here, of presence and breath and equanimity. Notice if you were gone here or if you were still present, observing the different sensations. I'm calling it the dance of breath, but really it's the dance of sensations, because we're not trying to force our breath. We're simply breathing naturally, automatically as we usually do, and we observe whatever sensations arise for us in that space beneath the nostrils and above the upper lip. Whether it's pleasant or unpleasant, we simply smile and continue to observe, knowing that this too shall pass. We only have a few minutes left to the halfway mark. Try to stay in stillness here. Try to stay as present as you can with yourself. And there's no point in getting aggravated or upset if we keep getting distracted. We just have to keep working on it, working on mastering our mind, challenging ourselves to stay as present for as long as we can. Sometimes it's 5 seconds, sometimes it's 30. Just keep trying to stay as present as you can. Accepting reality exactly as is. It's always different. Already hitting that halfway mark. So just remember to breathe through your nose here without trying to control it. Continue observing whatever sensation arises there for you. And the longer we stay seated, the more different things are going to try and pull us away from the space beneath the nostrils and above the upper lip. Initially, our thoughts are the ones that are monkey minds trying to draw us everywhere. And eventually it's the physical, maybe pain that starts arising. And no matter what, just remember to accept reality exactly as is. Other sensations that arise, just, you know that they're there, acknowledge them, but don't give them any power. Come back to the space beneath the nostrils and above the upper lip, and just stay focused on that space and that reality exactly as is. Whether it's the reality we want or not, we accept it as it is, and we just continue to observe. We're getting close to only having 5 minutes left. So again, really challenge yourself to stay as still as you can here. There's going to be different sensations all over your body trying to take you away from the space beneath the nostrils and above the upper lip. So really challenge yourself to stay present with that space. Like I said, there's going to be distractions. Your mind is going to try and pull you away to all sorts of different places. Try to stay as present as you can. Just keep observing the space beneath the nostrils and above the upper lip. Let the muscles and the rest of the body relax. Keep a slight smile onto your lips. And just allow yourself to accept reality exactly as is. We only have about 3 minutes left here. So make it a point to stay as present as you can. Know that sleep is one of the enemies of meditation. Sleep is an easy way to distract ourselves, right? To just not have to focus on the text getting. So really stay focused and present with yourself here. Keep observing the space beneath the nostrils and above the upper lip. And just observe reality exactly as is in whatever kind of biochemical reaction you're feeling there. Just know that quite often they're occurring, but we're not paying attention, right? We're distracted by everything else. Now we're trying to do the exact opposite. We're trying to observe what's always sort of there happening in the background. And we're keeping ourselves equanimous as we do so. Have less than a minute left here, so really give yourself the opportunity to be present with yourself, to observe reality exactly as is. The beauty and the difference here between other meditations where we manifest or visualize is we're really just observing reality exactly as it is. As our other meditations allow us to create what we want. Here, we might not want what's going on, but we just continue to observe and we accept it. And that helps us sharpen and master our mind. That helps us become stronger, have more willpower. So give yourself that opportunity to strengthen your own mind. Inhale those arms up overhead. Reach, 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 reach. Stretch them out. Try to lengthen the spine a little bit. And then from here, just stretch those legs out long. Ooh. Let them go, shake them about, and just let yourself release into the center of those legs. Maybe your arms are out, maybe your elbows are down. Just round the back here. Breathe into that. Notice the stretching of everything that was engaged previously. Breathe into that. Let yourself walk all the way out towards your right, trying to walk over those legs. Then let yourself stay nice and low, walk over all the way to the left. And come back. All right, amazing. Oh my God, thank you so much for staying, everyone. I hope you feel fantastic. I hope that this meditation, again, it's like, I know that sometimes we want to do it our way or we want to do it differently, and that's okay too. Sometimes definitely listen to what you want to do, but really try to focus on the Anapana technique. And why I'm saying that is because it's normal that we don't want to, right? Our mind doesn't want to. It wants to distract us. We want to think of visualizations. We want to think of quotes. We want to think of our future. We want to think of things that have happened. We want to think of all these other things. We're like, well, I'm finally here in silence with myself. I get to think about all these things. Yes, but that's why we have to focus on this space, because our mind wants to draw us everywhere else. So just by forcing ourselves to always come back, we're just teaching ourselves to stay present, right? And to stay non-reactive. And that really benefits us in everyday life. So that's why by doing this, everything else gets so much easier. But anyway, y'all know the drill. I wanted to, the quote that I wrote today actually was a quote that I used to, or that I've heard the first time from Bashar, which it might sound like a weird thing, but Bashar is actually a human that embodies an alien. Okay. So he basically channels an alien, but he has really, so I didn't really care about that necessarily. There might be some truth to it, but what he says is really valuable. And one of the things that he said, and I used to watch him back in the day in Montreal when I was seeing my spiritual guide in like 2014 or something, actually 2012 or something. Anyway, it was abundance is the ability to get what you want when you need it, right? So it's like oftentimes we think like, we want to be rich, we think about money, we think about, but abundance is really what we want to focus on, right? Abundance is that ability to get what we want when we need it. And that's super powerful in itself. So just remember that. Maybe ask for abundance rather than money.
I'll have to think on that one.
You what? Tell me.
I'll have to think about that one.
Right. Okay. So abundance is the ability to get what you want when you need it. So I love that, because when you really think about it, it's not about like, yes, it's what you want, but it's really what you need, right? So it's the ability to get what you want when you need it. And that's abundance and all of its shapes, sizes, and forms, right? And it's amazing. Like when we want abundance in our lives, like chances are it's going to be a lot more than if we're just looking for money, for example, which most humans tend to think they want finances, they want money. but really it's abundance. We want abundance because there's an abundance of love. There's an abundance of resources. There is an abundance of money if we believe it. There's an abundance of everything that we want, but abundance is much more important than just the material, right? So think about that. And y'all know the drill as usual. So be kind, be strong, and be true. Always be that best version of you. And Mom, we're going to see you in person in about 6 hours. All right.
Have a safe trip. Have a safe trip, Michelle and Mike.